Good morning and welcome to your Farm and Home Show. My name is Joanna Coles and this morning we're visiting with Jason Phillips. He's a Simpson County Extension Agent for Agriculture and Natural Resources. Good morning, Jason.
Good morning, Joanna.
Now, Jason, every year we encourage people to get a soil test and to get it done early. But this year it's even more imperative that they do so.
It is, yeah. Unfortunately, we're down to one lab operating for the whole entire state as a result of the tornado damage that we had in Princeton. Therefore, I'm sure there's going to be a backlog of soil tests this spring at the Lexington lab. So, like you said, as we always emphasize to go ahead and get your soil tests in, this year it's imperative that you do so in order to improve turnaround times.
And Jason, some people might ask, like it's winter. Does it matter? Can I go out and take a soil sample now? Will it still be good for my garden or my flower bed or crop?
Certainly. I mean, I know at times in the winter it's wet and it's muddy and it's hard to get out there, but in terms of the soil test results that you get, they're certainly going to be applicable and going to tell you what it is that you need, because like the nutrients that we're testing for, they're not real mobile in the soil. Therefore, what your needs are now or what your needs are going to be this spring.
And it might even be more helpful to go ahead and get that done just as soon as you can. You mentioned that we can't do that in mud, and
Right.
sometimes frozen ground is sometimes hard to penetrate.
Can be a problem.
But it's imperative to go ahead and do that, because if we have to make amendments, then we can go ahead and get some of those maybe done.
Yeah. So this is going to give us an adequate amount of time to actually shop around for our fertilizer if need be. Also, if you need to add lime, it's going to give you a little bit more time to get that in put on and get those soil amendments started instead of rushing around like we do.
And even for our home gardeners and our landscape, there are certain like blueberries or azaleas that require a different pH, and this would give you enough time to prepare that area or maybe make some amendments. Now, each extension office probably offers a different cost, or some offer vouchers, so would you just recommend them contact their local extension office?
Yeah, every county operates a little bit differently. So the best thing to do is to contact your local cooperative extension office in your county. And typically they will have a probe that they will allow you to use. But everybody, I don't want to speak for a particular county because each county is different, but typically they'll have their own cost in that particular county and the ability for you to loan out a soil probe to you.
And so you take that soil probe, and if you have an acre garden or maybe a 20-acre hayfield, what do you do?
Well, a lot of people think, well, I just go out there and get one core, and a core, is like what that probe's going to take up, and that's my soil sample. That's not right. Okay, what you want is in that soil test bag, you want that to represent the area as best that you can. So typically I would say take some from the perimeter of the field and then randomly pull more samples from within the middle and different corners of the field. But basically, the more cores that you pull and you mix together, oftentimes I will even tell people to take more than you need and take a sample of your sample, mix it together, and be sure that that's going to be the most accurate. One thing too is, as you're pulling those samples, be sure there's a dashed line on these soil sample bags, and you got to be sure to fill it up to that line in order for the lab to have enough soil to adequately process.
And then you bring that to the extension office, and we'll have some questions, information that
we'll
need.
We'll ask what you're intended to grow, what you previously grew, everything you'll know the answer to. Soil testing, is critical. There's no need to guess at what you need. And I always say what worked last year may not work this year.
I think that's good advice, Jason. Every year it's a $7 sample with fertilizer as much as it's going to be this year, especially for agronomic crops. It will definitely pay to know what's in the soil and then how to amend that to grow whatever crop you want.
Right.
All right, Jason, appreciate the information. If you have questions, make sure to contact your local extension office. Thanks for watching and have a great day.